Alright, photographers, we're going to learn a little bit about photo editing today, and we're going to use Pixlr to do it. So let me talk about the difference between Pixlr E and X. So Pixlr E is a little bit more like using Photoshop. So Photoshop, has layers, and it has a lot of different cutout options that you can do, and selection options and things like that. So Pixlr X is a little bit more like Lightroom. Even though there are some parts of Pixlr X that kind of look like Photoshop as well. So for this, we're going to use Pixlr X. So find an image that you want to use, one that you've taken, and you're going to be using that same image for all the edits that you do. So within Pixlr X, you're going to see a lot of options off to the side here. So anything from cropping the image to you could add in different layers. We won't bother with that for this example, but within the adjustments and filters area, you're going to find a lot that you can do. There's some effects. But what I'm going to focus on today is more within the adjustments. So let's just say, maybe one of the first edits that you want to try doing is switching the photo to black and white. Well, first, click on that black and white option there, okay? Then you'll probably find that you want to work a little bit with the light, and you can move around the brightness, exposure, contrast, black, white, highlights, and shadows to affect how the picture looks. So maybe I want to adjust to make the black areas, have a little bit more of a muted tone. Okay, so sliding the black a little this way, it's more of like all the black would just be turning to only gray. So that's a different kind of look. Maybe you want to go the other way and make anything that is black in the image get even darker. Right? This would be a way of kind of making that contrast happen a little bit more too. Same with whites. So white can change how the bright areas of the picture look. Highlights and shadows are going to affect things a little bit differently than doing white or black. So you can experiment with those as well. Once you're happy with an edit that you've done, you just click Apply. And then down on the bottom of the screen here, you want to click Save. Okay, you can probably just stick with JPEG and then download it like that. So for this, I'm going to be asking that you do 5 different edits to the same picture for this challenge. So you can go back to the start, open up your image again, just drag it right into the box, create new. And now we're all set to go again. So you can head into the adjustments area. Maybe you want to work with color. Okay, so you can affect the vibrance, saturation, temperature, tint, and hue. So maybe I want to really push the color of the sky here. So I'm going to work with saturation, get that to go up a little bit, maybe a little bit of vibrance. All the colors have become just a little bit more bright that way. Hue would change like the overall color of the picture, so things would start to look kind of crazy quick. So I tend to keep that one just in the center. You could even switch to doing some work with details of the picture. Like maybe you want to increase the clarity, so things that are have like a sharp edge to them will get even more sharp. So with that, I think that's a pretty good edit on this photo, just for a slightly different look. Maybe I actually want to click the heel tool here, so I've just got this little lens flare piece right in there that I wanted to get rid of, so I think I may need to increase the size of my brush here. Go over that. There we go. So then I'm going to click Save, and I got a second version done. I think you're going to have a lot of fun in working with the effects within this version of Pixlr, so Pixlr X. So on the far side here, you click on Effects. These are kind of like having different presets like you'd have in Lightroom, and you can overlay on top of your picture that way. So you could restart with your picture, which is what I'm going to do right now. So I'm going to bring in that picture again, just to start with New. And then I'm going to click on that effects area, and I'm going to play around with these. So maybe you want to try doing a totally different kind of feel or vibe in the picture. So these are presets that you can put in right on top of the image, and it's going to totally change how the image looks. What's going on behind the scenes is that there's a lot of adjustments being made with the coloration, the contrast, all those areas within the light adjustments, are going to be changed, and hue and saturation, things like that. Right within one of these effects, though, you can change how much that effect is affecting your picture just by changing this right here. It's kind of like an opacity that can change on the image. So play around with getting an effect on there. Okay, and then I think I forgot to click on this one. Let me just try out a different one. We got to click apply first. Okay, then after apply, you can go back in and work with adjustments if you wanted to fine-tune how the image looks. Like maybe you thought, okay, that looked a little bit too dark. Well, you can make it brighter then before you're totally done with it. Okay, so click save, and we got another version done. Alright, so from there, I'm just going to let you decide how you want to go with it. So you find some other versions of the edits that you think would be interesting to see how it affects your picture, and just get comfortable with things. Again, it's all about just kind of getting your hands dirty in this tool, so that way you can have some fun with seeing how your picture could look different based on how you edit it.